The attic was dusty and still. Sunlight filtered through a crack in the boarded-up window. It illuminated motes of dust dancing in the air.
Anna moved cautiously, her hand trailing along the dusty furniture. She was searching for memories of her grandmother, recently passed. In the corner, hidden under a pile of old blankets, she found a wooden box. It was carved with intricate flowers, a forgotten treasure. Inside, nestled on faded velvet, lay a cassette tape. It was labelled in her grandmother's elegant script, "For Anna, when the time is right."
My pulse quickened. My grandmother had always possessed an air of mystery. She often spoke in riddles, hinting at stories untold. This tape, I sensed, held one of those secrets.
With a mix of trepidation and excitement, Anna carried the box downstairs. She found an old cassette player tucked away in a cupboard. As she pressed play, the attic's silence echoed in her ears. The voice that filled the room was unmistakable. It was her grandmother's, filled with warmth and a hint of sadness.
"Anna, my dear, if you are hearing this, then fate has guided you." I shivered. The voice was so real, so immediate. It was as if my grandmother were right there beside me.
She listened intently as the voice continued. It spoke of a family secret, long buried, and a hidden truth that must be unearthed. Her grandmother's voice, tinged with an eerie calmness, gave specific instructions.
"Go to the old oak tree. There at its base you will find the first clue."
Anna's initial skepticism gave way to a chilling curiosity. This wasn't just a message, it was a map, guiding her on a journey into her family's hidden past. Her heart pounded with a mixture of apprehension and anticipation. Could she unravel the secrets her grandmother held so close? The old oak tree stood at the edge of the property, its branches reaching out like skeletal fingers. Following her grandmother's instructions, Anna began digging at its base. Her fingers brushed against something hard. It was a small metal box, tarnished with age. Inside, she found a faded photograph and a silver locket.
The photograph showed two young women, their arms linked, laughing in the sunlight. One I recognized as my grandmother. The other, a woman with familiar eyes, was a stranger.
Opening the locket, Anna gasped. Inside were two tiny portraits. One was of her grandfather as a young man, the other a baby girl.
The past is never truly gone, Anna. It whispers to us through the years.
Gripped by a growing sense of unease, Anna returned to the cassette player. She needed to hear her grandmother's voice again, to guide her through the darkness that was closing in. "Look closer, Anna," her grandmother's voice urged from the tape. "Memories often hide in plain sight."
Following this advice, I retrieved an old photo album from the shelf. It was filled with faded images of my family, their smiles frozen in time. As I turned the brittle pages, one photo stopped me cold. It was the same two women from the locket, standing with a man I had never seen before. They were positioned in front of a grand house, one that was not my grandparents' humble abode.
The house in the photo was imposing, with an air of faded grandeur. A sense of foreboding washed over Anna. Her grandmother had never mentioned this house, nor these people. What was she hiding?
"Find the house, Anna. There you will find the truth."
Anna's heart pounded in her chest. This wasn't just a game anymore. This was real.
Following the clues from the photograph and my grandmother's cryptic messages, I managed to locate the imposing house. It stood on the outskirts of town, neglected and forlorn. Despite its current state, I could still sense its former glory.
The voice on the tape led Anna to a hidden room, concealed behind a dusty tapestry. Inside, the air was thick with the scent of decay and forgotten memories. There, tucked inside a loose brick in the wall, was a letter.
The letter, penned in my grandmother's hand, revealed a shocking truth. The woman in the photograph was her twin sister, a sister I had never known about. The baby in the locket was my aunt, given up for adoption before my grandmother's marriage.
Tears welled up in Anna's eyes as she read the words her grandmother had kept hidden for so long. The letter spoke of a family torn apart by secrets and lies, a family she never knew existed.
Anna's world spun as she absorbed the weight of her grandmother's confession. The tape had led her to a truth that had been buried for decades. The final message on the tape was filled with regret and a plea for understanding. Her grandmother spoke of a time when societal pressures forced her to make an impossible choice. She had to choose between her own happiness and the future of her twin, a choice that had haunted her for a lifetime. The tape clicked to a stop, leaving Anna in stunned silence. She had uncovered a family secret that had been hidden for generations. But more importantly, she had gained a deeper understanding of the woman she thought she knew. The journey, guided by her grandmother's voice from beyond the grave, had been harrowing. But it had also been a journey of self-discovery. Anna spent days grappling with the revelation of her aunt's existence. She thought about the life her grandmother could have had, the family she had been forced to give up. The weight of their sacrifice pressed down on her. She tracked down her aunt, now an elderly woman living a quiet life unaware of her true parentage. Their reunion was filled with tears, both of joy and sorrow. Years of lost time could never be recovered, but a new bond began to form. Anna realized that her grandmother's decision, however heartbreaking, had been made out of love. She had sacrificed her own happiness to protect her sister and the child she had been forced to give away. The echoes of her grandmother's regret lingered, but they were softened by the knowledge that her sacrifice had not been in vain. The discovery of her aunt brought a new dimension to Anna's life. She embraced her newfound family, sharing stories and memories that had been lost for too long. The house, once a symbol of secrecy and pain, became a place of healing and connection. Anna learned that her grandmother had never stopped thinking about her sister and her niece. She had carried their memory with her always, hidden in the depths of her heart. The cassette tape, a final act of love and redemption, had brought their family back together. Standing in the attic, now bathed in the warm glow of understanding, Anna felt a sense of peace. The dusty furniture and forgotten treasures no longer held an air of sadness. They were reminders of a past that had shaped her present. As Anna packed away the cassette player, she thought about the importance of listening, not just to the words spoken, but to the stories hidden beneath the surface. Her grandmother's voice, preserved on that old tape, had guided her on a journey of self-discovery and revealed the enduring power of family ties. She vowed to keep her grandmother's memory alive, not just through stories and photographs, but by embracing the lessons she had learned. Life was full of unexpected twists and turns, but the love and wisdom of those who came before could always guide the way. Anna left the attic, the echo of her grandmother's voice lingering in the air. She carried the weight of the past with her, not as a burden, but as a reminder to cherish the present and the precious bonds of family that time could never erase.